guys, this is my first vlog since having Braylon, and it is extremely difficult to find time for anything at this point. There's days I forget to eat dinner, I forget to brush my teeth. It is quite the adjustment. I feel like I could probably go on for hours. I am officially 1 week and a day postpartum. Today's Thursday, November 14th, I think. Braylon is officially a week and a day old. Crazy. Postpartum and being a new mom is intense. It's very real, and it is not always easy. Some days are harder than others. Yeah, it's just very real. And I did a lot of research, so I had a pretty good idea on how things would be once I delivered and just all the postpartum stuff, recovery, all of that. But it's just different when you're in it. And a lot of people talk about, lack of sleep and get your sleep now and all that. And yeah, lack of sleep is hard at times. You are tired, but it's not just that. It's the lack of sleep. It's caring for a newborn, not knowing why she's crying. She'll be crying and you can try multiple different things and nothing seems to help, so you get frustrated. And sorry, I'm watching her right now and I'm trying to let her relax. Relax a little bit, okay? Oh, stretch. Stretch. Oh, cranky. Okay. Okay, so trying to figure out why they're crying, not knowing, that can get really frustrating. Then on top of that, you have trying to figure out breastfeeding if you do decide to breastfeed, which is a whole animal in itself and honestly is really hard. Probably the hardest thing that I'm dealing with right now, and can be extremely painful until they get a hold of having a good latch. So you have that. And then also, I knew that with postpartum and the recovery from delivery that you would bleed a lot, but I didn't really realize to what extent the recovery process was, and healing and the pain and soreness and all that. So it's like, not only are you sleep deprived and caring for a newborn who's crying and you can't always figure out why, but you're also figuring out breastfeeding, and sometimes that really hurts, like really bad. And then on top of it, when you go to the bathroom, it takes like 10 minutes just to pee and change everything out and do everything that you've got to do, and it can be a lot. And sometimes you're sitting there breastfeeding in the middle of the night and you just kind of feel really lonely and sore, and it can be really hard. Definitely harder than any pregnancy symptom or anything that I went through during pregnancy. It is, it's not easy, but I've heard that it gets easier. I've heard that the first 2 weeks are the hardest, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. So now, normally I do not have my hair and makeup done. I have not done my hair and makeup since before I gave birth, but we just took some photos. We're doing some newborn photos for Braylon, and so that's why I have my hair and my makeup done, because that doesn't happen these days. My hair's usually in a bun. But it's honestly, it's like people say, it's the most difficult, amazing thing you will ever go through. Having her is such a blessing, and we just sit and stare at her, and we love her so much, and just love everything about her. And no matter how crazy, and sometimes she's just a crazy monster when she's crying and won't eat and whatever, but we just love her so much. We're so obsessed already, and it is definitely the hardest but most amazing thing ever. And I'm just waiting, and I hope that I pray that it gets easier, like people say that the first 2 weeks are the hardest. That means I'm already halfway done with that, but we'll see. I would definitely say the hardest thing is breastfeeding. It's tough. My husband can't feed her, so it's just up to me. I'm the one who has to get up, and if she wants to eat every hour, I have to get up and do it every hour. So it's hard, really hard. It can be very, very painful. really painful where you're like in tears, but you don't have more boobs. So you just kind of deal with it, and it's hard. And then on top of it, it's still really sore. I'm still really sore just sitting down. And so to breastfeed and things like that, I'm sore on my boobs, I'm sore on my back, I'm sore, you know, down there because I'm still healing, and it's just a lot. I get up, I feed her. That might take 20 minutes, it might take an hour. Put her down, soothe her, you know, try to get her to go back to sleep, which sometimes can take a pretty long time. Then I need to go to the bathroom, which can take like 10 minutes because gotta change out the pads and do all that stuff. Then I go to lay down, and it's been like an hour and a half already, 2 hours, whatever it is, and she's ready to do it all over again. And it's like, wait, I just laid down. I just finished doing this. So I pray that it gets easier, and with time, we kind of get in the swing of things, and we kind of get the hang of things and get into a routine. Somewhat of a routine would be really nice. So we'll see, but I wanted to kind of fill you guys in. Life with a newborn is tough. I don't know what other people say. Some people might have a breeze, and she's not a difficult baby at all, but it's just a really hard adjustment. And like I said, for me, the hardest thing is the breastfeeding, sore nipples while still being sore down there from delivery and labor and recovering. Just stuff like that. So just kind of everything together can be really hard, everything combined. All this, we're all both so new to this. I mean, I've been a mom for a week, and she's been here out of the womb for a week, and we're just trying to make it work and figure everything out. It's been amazing though. I love that I get to have her here, and I know what she looks like, and I just look at her hands and her feet, and they're so cute, and I just love everything about her. It is quite the adjustment, but we are making it work, and my husband's been a huge help. I can't imagine doing this by myself. He kind of helps with like things like walking the dog, doing the dishes, kind of prepping all of our food, because most days I forget to eat. Just the days just run on, and the hours, it's just, you just don't even know what time it is, and I have to, you know, he kind of takes over if I want to go take a shower or brush my teeth or whatever. So it's definitely so much different than how things used to be, but we knew that, and we're just taking it day by day. So I'll try to vlog as much as I can. I feel like there's just been so much, and I do have so much to say about everything that's happened. It's just a matter of finding time to do all of it. Right, so she's finally kind of starting to relax a little bit, but I'm sure she's going to wake up soon. I need to change her diaper. So I will check in with you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed the birth vlog that I posted. I will remember that day forever, and I'm so glad that I got some footage of it, and I just feel so completely lucky. And despite how hard everything was during labor, I just feel so blessed from beginning to end. This little baby, my little nugget, she's so cute. Look at her. Little sleeping beauty. Oh my god, she moves so much in her sleep, it's so funny. Little squishy face. Today we actually decorated the Christmas tree. We put it up because we are taking newborn photos with her, and I want to do some with her under the Christmas tree, so we decided to start decorating. So it's Christmas in November. Hi, little nugget. I love you. So I will hopefully kind of keep you guys posted on everything. Postpartum is like a whole other world. It's like 10 different vlogs in itself. I don't know. I have so much respect for all the moms out there that have gone through this. It is intense, and maybe it's not intense for everybody, but it's a lot. It is not easy doing this, and especially if you're breastfeeding and you're doing it just by yourself maybe, or even if you have a partner. I mean, my husband's here, and it's still really hard for me, but it is completely worth everything. She is worth it all. So I will keep you guys posted and let you know how everything goes. Wish me luck. I hope it gets easier. Just kind of taking it day by day. So I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye. Okay, so this is 2 weeks postpartum. Let me get a little bit closer. So definitely have some more fat to lose. I do still have the line down the center, and my belly button is going back in. I'm down 17 pounds and I have about 9 more to go to be to my pre-pregnancy weight. Simba, you can't go outside, it's raining. It's raining outside. Come on, let's go downstairs. Alright, so today Braylon is 2 weeks and 2 days old. We are on our way. This is my first time driving with her by myself. I usually sit in the back while my husband drives, but we are on our way to our first play date with my best friend's baby. She's about 3 months old, and I'm driving really, really slow right now because I'm just trying to be really careful and cautious, but I'm excited to get the girls together. And I was actually thinking about it. I haven't driven since the day that I went to the doctor's appointment to get the Foley bulb inserted and get induced. I haven't driven since I was pregnant, which is just crazy that that it's been that long. But I'm excited to get the girls together and just get outside. I haven't really been doing a whole lot right now, so the only things that we really do are go for walks at the park or the lake across the street from our house. So this is one of the few things that I can do. So it's just good to get together with people, see other adults, and not just be cooped up in the house all day long. So
continue on her.
so tired. I look so tired. And it's because I am. Good job, Simba. Don't get run over by the wheels. Good boy. First walk of the day. We're out by 11 a.m. Had a couple little struggles to begin with, but here we are enjoying the sunshine. So nice out right now. It's so nice out. I have clothes on, have a little bit of makeup on. I feel like a human. I just need my coffee. It's so nice. I have so much on my mind right now, but I'm just gonna chat with you guys and fill you in on everything that's been happening over the last 4 weeks. So Braylon will be 4 weeks this Wednesday. Today is Monday, so basically 4 weeks. And life is crazy. I was hoping to vlog weekly since I was like, oh, you know, I'll be off work, I'll have all this time. No, I barely have time to brush my teeth. Today is my first day alone with Braylon. My husband went back to work, and so far everything's been okay. We already had a couple naps, and I was able to get ready this morning. And get ready, I mean go to the bathroom, put on new pads, like the pads that go in your bra so that you don't leak, and put my hair up, and that's pretty much it. I haven't brushed my teeth yet because I just ate breakfast, but that is my version of getting ready. Very quick, just 5 minutes, just gotta do that real quick, and then I'll get ready for the day a little bit later. But I was able to come downstairs and feed her and then pump for a little bit, and then I was able to make breakfast, and now I'm making coffee. So it's only 9:30, so that's pretty good for me. When we first got home, we were not getting up until like 10 or 11 because we were on her schedule, and then we weren't having breakfast until like noon, and then I remember I hadn't even brushed my teeth until like 2 p.m. It was just, it's so crazy getting your day started so late, but with a newborn and adjusting to everything and not sleeping, it's just the way it has to go. So this is my life right now, like just hair in a bun, no makeup, and taking it hour by hour. But there's been a lot that has happened in the last 4 weeks. The first couple days were actually not that hard. She slept a lot, and I think she was still getting that colostrum, and my milk hadn't fully come in yet. A couple days, my milk actually came in on day 3, and I felt like a lot changed. She definitely started peeing and pooping a ton, which she still does. She poops like 10 times a day, and she eats a lot. So that was one thing I noticed as soon as my milk came in, that I just felt like I was constantly nursing. And I also didn't know that even though I had a vaginal delivery, that I would still be sore and have pain with recovery. I thought that only C-sections were people who had, you know, pain with walking and stuff afterwards. So the first week to 2 weeks were really, really hard, just in that, okay, so not only are you sleep deprived and you're trying to figure out how to take care of a new baby, and sometimes she'll sit there and cry for no reason and you have no idea why, you don't know how to soothe her, you don't know how to help her, you're frustrated, you're tired. That's something all on its own. And then you're figuring out breastfeeding, you're trying to figure out a latch. There was times where I was in so much pain, I was crying, like I said, and you're trying to get her to feed, and it's frustrating, and you'll nurse for like 30 minutes, and then she'll be cluster feeding. You'll burp her, put her back down, and then she's ready to feed again, and you have no break. And cluster feeding is exhausting. So that's really hard. Then on top of it, what I didn't realize is, oh, I'm also in recovery, and I'm also in pain, and getting up just to take care of her or sitting down to breastfeed her, I'm sore, and like positioning myself and trying to move around is sore. It's painful. It's a lot, and you're just sitting there like, oh my gosh, like it's this and this and this, and it was really hard. And definitely didn't realize that the postpartum recovery part for me would be even a thing. And then you also have to think too, all of your emotions and your hormones, and that was really hard in the first week or so with baby blues and all of that. Definitely felt that. There was times where I was super happy and would just look at her and cry, like tears of happiness, and then there was times where I would cry from like just exhaustion and sadness and loneliness. I felt really lonely a lot of times, even though my husband was here. I'd be up in the nursery and I'm just like by myself nursing, and it just felt lonely. So all of that was definitely hard. I would say it was harder than I expected, but it was, in the moment it felt like it was lasting forever, but now looking back on it, it was only about a week or two. So I did a lot of reading and research, and I just felt like nothing really prepares you for it until you're really in that moment. And I know everybody handles it differently, and everyone's recovery is different, everyone's postpartum is different, everyone's baby is different. Some people have angel babies that are just perfect, and mine isn't quite that perfect right now. But it's tiring and draining, and it's rewarding, of course, and like I love my little girl to death and I wouldn't trade it for anything, but it's hard. And I don't think a lot of people talk about it enough, or people are just starting to talk about it, but that's why postpartum depression and postpartum anxiety is such a real thing, because you just give and give and give, and you're just required to like just give everything, and you're still healing yourself, and just figuring out motherhood and the hormones and just everything. So it's something that I feel like it's really hard to understand until you're in it, and everyone's situation is so different and unique. But it's definitely been harder than I thought, but little by little it's getting a little bit easier. So I think the hardest thing for us now, being in week 3 and 4, is she's become a lot more fussy, and she cries a lot, and we can't figure out why. We mentioned it at our 2-week appointment, and the doctor had mentioned a couple different things to try. But she was crying a lot the last few days. So I would say around 3 weeks, she was crying way more than normal and way harder than normal. Like she sounded like she was in pain, and it was a horrible cry. And I kind of felt like she had like built up gas, or maybe she has colic, or has reflux or something. And so I finally, it was, I think, Friday night, I was up with her for like 3 or 4 hours. I was in the nursery, trying to rock her to sleep, and I was just in tears. I was exhausted. I was frustrated. I was sad because I didn't want to hear her cry. I don't know what's wrong. And so I called the on-call nurse for her pediatrician, and they asked a bunch of questions, and basically based off of how she had been over the last 3 or 4 days, they had said, yeah, that's not normal, that's way too much crying, you've tried everything, you're doing everything right, but we need to take a look at her, you guys need to come into the ER. So Friday night, midnight, we went to the ER, went to the hospital, got her checked out, just made sure there's nothing physically wrong with her. And they basically just said that sometimes newborns will have this period of purple crying, and they will cry for no reason, and like basically it's like a lot of people know it as like colicky babies. They just basically will cry, and it sounds like they're in pain, and they're just fussy a lot. And so that's what our baby is. She's just really, really, really fussy and cries a lot, and there doesn't really seem to be any reason for it. So in a way, it's kind of good that there's nothing physically wrong with her and that there's nothing we can do, but then it kind of sucks because then there's nothing we can do. So the things we've been trying are, like I said, gripe water, the Mylicon, I think is how you say it, gas drops, which that has helped pretty decently. We do bicycle kicks with her legs to just kind of relieve some gas. I wear her in this wrap because she does like being like on me, and it enables me to kind of still get some stuff done. So we're just kind of working through that. We just went to the ER on Friday, which was like 4 days ago, and so we're just kind of trying to work through it the best that we can. Having a difficult baby, it's hard, especially when you see all of your other friends' babies who are a little bit older, but they are just happy and fun. And you're over here with Miss Grumpy Pants. That is, if she's not sleeping or eating, she's probably crying. And it sucks and it's hard and I feel bad for her and I just want her to be happy. And yeah, so that's been quite the struggle. So that's like the new thing right now that's been really, really hard, is just dealing with her fussiness. Hey, Munchkin. Ooh. She's so, when she wakes up, it's like crazy person. Oh, what's up? Hi. Oh. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. She got a good nap in, so that's good. There. Good morning, grumpy face. Okay. And that, all those red marks is probably from her nails. Okay, so that is my 1 month update. She will be 1 month this Friday. Time has flown by, but at the same time it hasn't. So I can't believe she'll be a month, but then I also feel like, okay, yeah, I do feel like she's been here a month. I have had about 25 days of restless nights and exhaustion. I'm going to try to update you guys every month, and I know that there's a lot of you that are kind of following my journey and that had a baby around the same time, and so if you are going through any of these things, know that you're not alone. It is not easy, and I highly recommend, like I've said this before, I highly recommend having some type of support group, whether it's on Facebook or friends or family or whatever, but it's been a huge help to know that you're not alone and to get some tips and advice and things like that. So it can be really lonely, like I've said, exhausting. So I will try to keep you guys posted. I try to, record every now and then. It's this new life as a mom it's not as easy as I thought. And I think, a lot of people, like I said, they don't talk about it, or you only see like the highlights and the good part, and makes you kind of feel like, okay, like, am I the only one who's having a hard time? But it's a whole animal in itself, honestly. And like I said, I have such a new respect for moms because it's not easy. It is not easy to do all of this and then still take care of yourself. So, all right, I am going to take care of this little one. She's starting to wake up. Stretch. I will see you guys later. Bye.